Welcome back, Five Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, Five Aces here. Here is a chance that I'm gonna be leaping at right away. The kids are out of the house, it's still daytime, and I'm going to be casting some OpenRA. This is going to be the RAGL playoffs. The hype train terminates here. The culmination of a season and the culmination of probably half a year's worth of casts for me, because I simply couldn't be arsed. No, I simply didn't have the time. Courtesy of said family. Yeah, now we are here with the first leg of the playoffs, basically semi-finals. This is going to be in red, spawning as the Germans. East versus West Germany, the classic matchup. It is going to be Mr. Blackened, aka Redden this time around. All that's missing here is a concrete wall off. Let's see if someone can actually make history repeat itself and just build a wall here. Nobody has the intention of building a wall though, if you know that political reference. So, and he's facing off against Cav. And Cav has dominated this series, unlike Blackened, who has had a few hiccups, but he still managed to squeeze his way into the playoffs, so let's see how this is gonna go. As per usual, this is a best of 3 this time around, so no more time for ties, no more time for... there's always gonna be a tiebreaker. Where is that engineer from Blackened going, from Cav going? That is a sneaky near. Blackened's engineer very safely tucked away in the back lines. Whereas Cav is just going out on an expedition. Okay. First scout is coming out, seeing the double ref. That's all he needed to see. So no early war factory rush. There is going to be the war factory. Timing is a little bit behind is Cav. But that is probably just, you know, macro slip up. The good old. While the quiet early game is going on here on Pleasant Plains, we're going to be talking a little bit about the year in retrospect. Our school year has finally almost concluded. On Friday I'm going to be handing out the diplomas, and until then, you know, the kids are basically left to their own devices. Oh, is the techie going to meet up with the NG? That is going to be a battle for the ages. He's also going to be able to snack a free engineer here, so not too bad. I like this technician. You know, just a little forward scout. He doesn't even cover the entire entrance. His line of sight is so bad. He obviously went into tech because he's got shit eyesight. Look at this guy. This guy's got glasses. This guy has got like 120 vision or something. Look at him. Poor fella. But that's okay, he's in tech. And as a result, he now makes probably around 6 figures, standing out on the battlefield and acting as a mobile ward. As the world's worst mobile ward. Okay, speaking of wars, here's a better ward. He's the Ranger. Ranger Danger. Just scouting and prying and prodding a little. And Blackened went very greedy. He skipped his light vehicle. So Cav does not really have anything to do for the Ranger here. Very compact formation for Blackened. He knows he's playing defensively, so he doesn't really get to do anything with the light vehicle. Okay. Snacks a free engineer. That's pretty good. Blackened is either really ahead or... Oh, he's really behind on the service depot. Did he go barracks first? Yeah, second barracks before service depot. The 1-2 punch of light tank and ranger has been unlocked for Cav. For Blackened. God damn it, he isn't black, so that's why it's confusing me. He used to always play as black. So, there is that. Acid should be dead on even. Now second barracks being added for Cav here as well. The tank production is underway. Cav has got his actual expansion MCV out first. Whereas Blackened is going for more of a gatekeeper style build. This is very popular on this map though. And it makes complete sense. Does make perfect sense here because it's so close to your original expansion, the first expansion slot, that you really don't need to do much. Disrupt your build queue by maybe 15 seconds, but you can still build within all the build radius of your entire main base. So you don't sacrifice security in your main base. That's basically the gist of it. A little bit of a push out. Offensive formation. The tank has been revealed. Blackened should know that this is coming. He is sending his forces back as well. And this should be the Q. Yep. Okay, Cav just not really doing anything with the harvester, pulling him back. Yeah, the pill mill has started shredding. Ripped to shreds are some of the infantrymen as the tank retreats first. So, West Germany tried for the first push, but definitely not finding an advantage just yet. Harvester should be put back to work. I think that Harvester is definitely a little too idle for my taste now. Yeah, Cav knows what's ahead. He knows that if your opponent doesn't really want to commit onto the first engagement, he's probably gonna wrap around, loop around and try for a different angle, and that's exactly what's happening here. Cav is fortifying with forward barracks, and I like that idea. They're very cheap, they provide vision, they provide tanking power, and they provide construction radius for pillboxes. So, has been nerfed to the ground and to hell and back, but still a very viable strategy. Get the first tanks, taking a little bit of punishment, pulling back behind infantry lines. Oh, this is going to be base war. Tug of war is about to commence here. Pillbox immediately being shredded though. Blackened's first pillbox not too effective. His front lines are also crumbling. The tanks are now finding their way into the back lines. Tanks from Cav have definitely arrived on time, just as a wizard is needed to. Very, very good hold from Cav, who has managed to find out some of the assets unaware. And that was the turning point here. Front lines are starting to crumble a bit. There is still lots of ammo left in the tank for Cav. It's looking like Cav is pushing out Blackened with fairly little effort. Okay, he's closing the gap onto the Conyard. Does he hard commit here? This could be a turning point because the auxiliary army is trickling in. And as a result, we are going to have ourselves a tug of war. And now, with the infantry being depleted, it looks like Blackened is gaining the upper hand again. Is Cav overcommitting here? It's certainly starting to look like it. Cav is completely overcommitted by focusing so hard on the construction yard and not getting it down. Now his pillbox micro needs to be absolutely spot on. He needs to single out all the rockets, otherwise he's going to be in a very bad spot. Still hard to call who's going to be winning this. This is still a very close engagement, but with the pillboxes dying, there is still a lot of medium tank firepower for Cav. Man, everything has been focused on this one screen here. Might as well zoom in a little further. That's the maximum, 200%. Oh, an ill-fated turret. Bad choice. Turret should always be deployed behind. Yeah, that's the Conyard down. Ouch! Doesn't even get to undeploy. Yeah. Turret should always be deployed behind enemy lines, or outside of range of fire, because they are very, very susceptible to infantry, and much more expensive than pillboxes. 800 credos, I believe. Nowadays, they also got nerfed, obviously. All the allied field defenses got nerfed. There was a point when pillboxes cost 400 credits, and that was exactly when allies were genuinely OP. But those days are long past us. Second expansion out for Blackened now. But Cav has been doing such a good job at keeping up with the macro. His saturation is so good on all sides of his sides of the playing field. One lonesome barracks here. Okay. Tank being warded off, second tank is being sent in, but I doubt it's gonna connect. Yeah, this is looking to be the 1-0 up for Cav. I don't see a way for Blackened to rebound. Look at the difference, 20k. That is an absolutely staggering amount of credits that Blackened is missing here. And that was simply because it didn't take his third expansion. Whereas there's already a fourth out for Cav, who's gotten the army sledgehammer ready to go. Oh, this war truck isn't helping. The war truck definitely in a bad spot. It's got a little long distance mining going on. Yeah, the tanks can just slowly waltz forward. This is a slow and methodic dismantling. Oh, another Conyard has been procured. Very unfortunate timing. The tanks are trying to go in, being blocked by their own husks now. That is just going from bad to worse. Ore track down, infantry down. The tanks are closing the sack. And this is starting to look like very much like a 1-0 up. Yep. GG is called. And there we have it. East Germany, superior Germany. That's what we learn. We're learning from this. If there's any lessons to take home. Righto. Let's be back in game 2.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
And here we are on Bossman. The map, the legend. Again, an allied mirror, but this time around Blackened going for the Brits. Let's see if it's gonna factor in. The way I usually see this develop, I would say no. Because top tier players tend to just not tech. I mean, there has been a fair share of tech over the course of this season, of this split. But it hasn't really come into fruition in the last couple games I casted. Last time I've seen Chrono Tanks of the Phase Transport was somewhere around, early 2023, I'd say, probably. Maybe you may prove me wrong here, but I like this map design. You know, you get the money crates, you get the immediate rebate on the naval yard and the power plant if you go for the engineer. There are no other objectives to contest, so this is just a smart investment. There are, however, sorry, just a brief second. Hallo Claudi. Oh yeah. Ja, doch, ja doch. Was heißt, ich schaue mir den nicht mehr genau an. Doch, dass der Tunnel gesperrt ist. Nein, habe ich nicht gewusst. Da wollte ich mit dir am Abend drüber reden. Weißt du, ich komme nicht dazu, dass ich was schreibe. Mhm. Ja. Ist es. Mhm. Gott, was so ein Mist. Hm. Ja, ist die Frage, wie lange er gesperrt ist, aber wahrscheinlich, wenn er bis August gesperrt ist, ja, dann haben wir es nicht fein. Na gut. Ja, Wahnsinn. Ist in die andere Richtung auch noch so viel Verkehr? Hm. Nein, er ist aufgewacht, aber er spielt unter noch. Ach, oh Gott. Das gibt's ja nicht. Wie tun wir denn? Nein, wie wir gemeinsam tun. Okay. Na gut. Bis nachher dann. Ciao. Alright, we're back to life. Cutting back to life here. That was a brief interruption of service. And just to the phone call from the lovely wife and the kids. Oh, a gunboat. Whoa, now that's something new. Haven't seen those in a while. Do you still remember those models? 90s kids will remember. Kappa Pride, literal 90s kids, yep. Detection radius and all. I think this is with the naval rebalance as well. So, yeah, good times ahead. Good times indeed. Gunboat out for Cav as well. Are we gonna have ourselves a naval battle here? Oh, the transport can soak so much damage. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. The pew-pewing has commenced. Oh! He does not want to commit into this at all. The pew-pew wars have started, but there's a health advantage for Cav's destroyer. And the gunboat does not find any connections here. Man, the DPS on those is so low. This is hilarious. He's now going to be chased back and he's going to repair at the fountain. That is a big win though for Cav, because he gets to take the entire island with the derricks. And on the other side, let's see if there's any... Oh, there's a medic. You know, I like the inclusion of the medic because it prevents the poke damage from any more gunboat incursions. It easily out-heals that. However, the engineer is kind of in a bad spot. Let's see. Look at the damage. Sick. Yeah. Yep. You ain't gonna get very far with this gunboat. Better rush the destroyer, my friend. More gunboats coming in. This is just a naval battle. Straight up. Admiral Nelson. Nelson style. Holy smokes. Oh no, it's a 2v1. Okay, health advantage now though, with repairs, is coming out for Blackened gunboats. However, we need to get back up and patched up. Very, very low health on one of them. Screening it with a ranger as well. Man, that is some high-octane naval gameplay, just gotta say. Never seen so many gunboats before. Outside of stupid 2v2 team games. Where, at lower skill brackets, let's put it that way. The transport is still roaming around. It probably isn't gonna find much here. Oh, the turret has been forgotten about. This would be hilarious, just snagging away the turret under Kav's watchful eyes. Light tank now added, as well as a lot of rockets. Is that a rocket in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Oh yeah. Man, what is going on? Up to 5 gunboats, 6 gunboats is Cav. Straight up naval gameplay, and that's playoff series. Holy smokes, I've never seen that one before. Okay, that is completely uncharted territory from here on out. Oh boy. Bring it on. And the transport is still being chipped away at, just, you know, ever so slightly. Rifles unloaded, they all get back safely from the mission to the island. Just did a nice little tropical vacation. Now we're seeing a light tank push for Blackened though, and it might hit a nasty timing because Cav does not have many ground forces. Courtesy of his ginormous army of toy boats. Cool. What are they gonna accomplish? I have no idea because the ore patches are certainly out of range. Gunboats have shit range, just to clarify that. They also are notoriously terrible at DPSing just about anything. Yeah, they can shave off some gunboats from Blackened, but that's about it, really. Naval superiority doesn't do all that much here. Like, what is it gonna accomplish? Okay, the transport serving is a little distraction. And in the middle, there is an army push-out, believe it or not, for Blackened, who is an actual, tangible army. And here we've got the hard counter to gunboats. 2 guys with a bazooka and 1 guy with a, I don't know, just a doctor's kit. Just a little first aid kit. That's all you really need. He gets to kill a power plant. That's just about the extent of damage he was about to inflict. What are we up to in terms of the economy? 6 harvesters for both. How is Cav ahead by 5k assets? Okay, this is wild. The combat tab is just dead even, and there is basically nothing happened because it was just gunboats. Yeah, Blackened's ranger is scouting the expansion. Maybe it was just overall better macro and better harvester allocation from Cav. So, despite losing in terms of army composition, because he's relying on freaking gunboats, it is actually a very, very solid lead for Cav. Somehow. I have no clue how that happened. Army value is still even though, so there is that. Tanks are marching forward. Cav is trying to protect. He's going for a safety strategy here, building up his defensive lines. And I really, really don't see how there's going to be any chance of breaching this. Maybe if he goes farther north and isn't scouted properly. This would be nasty. Okay, assault move coming out here. Drawing away the entire army. Ooh, that is spicy. Just a second. Hi, Cloudy. Mm-hmm. Ja klar, ich probier's. Bis dann, ciao. Alright, another interruption of service, you know, that's just the wonders of family life. Okay, gets to snipe the service depot. Not too bad. There's a nice little catch. Also, maybe the war factory, if he's fast enough. If he commits hard enough. Let's see. Let's see. That would be a good snipe. Also, the production queue is right now idling. So, oh! Blackened also on the rebound on the second expansion here. Okay, that was a really effective distraction, splitting up the army of Cav into two halves, and as a result, he gets to snack on a Conyard. Yeah, that's been pretty good. Plus, Cav went for radar tech, which didn't come into play at all yet, and now his entire rocket lines are crumbling. Oh wow, that was a brilliant timing attack here. Brilliant sneak plus timing attack from Blackened. The artilleries are now coming in. They're zeroing in with their shells. Okay. Hard committing. My goodness, the AoE. But artillery not long for this world, as is customary. He may be able to still sustain the push. And wow! Another tank army waltzing its way into the backlines. Ooh, that was a juicy shot though. GG from Cav! That is the equalizer. Awesome. We are gonna have ourselves a deciding match, which I probably won't be able to cast today, because I simply don't have the time anymore, but I will be casting it at a different point in time and then mend it together for you as a video. So, awesome game number 2 with naval gameplay. See you in a sec. For me, I don't know how long it's gonna be. BRB.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Alright, several hours later, it is still the same day at least, still within the same time frame and perimeter, but the kids have finally fallen asleep, or pretended to do so, and as a result we get to cast round 3. And once again we have Blackened as Germany and Cav as Ingelando. So yeah, this is a very still hotly contested series. Very open, 1-1 the scoreline currently, and I couldn't be more stoked to get a competitive series. I really was surprised about the bounce back, but I honestly think it was due to the overcommitment into naval assets from Cav in game number 2. And any form of building naval assets equals an overcommitment in OpenRA. Let's be real here. Let's face it. Let's face the inconvenient truth. Oh, here we can see that the medic is actually a bit slower. That was actually a buff that got introduced. It's really weird when a stat nerf constitutes an actual buff to a unit. The reason being, medics used to be just as fast as regular infantry and they used to frontline a lot. And while they're a bit tankier, they can't heal themselves. So it is actually a buff that they are slightly slower, and as a result stay behind the bulk of the army, and get to actually display their medical skills. So, little needle sting attack from Blackened is trying to find the engineer. On the other side, we're having a lot of left-hand side pressure from Cav's rifle infantry. He's also trying to cut off the engineer, and he might as well. Oh, okay. Infantry are converging. No actual assault just yet. We're now seeing pressure onto the derrick. The medic, you know, being wise not to step too close to the derrick. I think, yeah, there's no infantry in position. Oh, engineer is dead though. So who does that favor? Cav got to extract some funds at least. So the oil crisis is not as pressing for him. He got some value, plus he's retained his engineer so he can capture the corner derrick. On the other hand, we have Blackened with one derrick now, so it's 1 and 1 respectively. But at the end of the day, okay, this could be... Oh, with the heal here, this is definitely good engagement for Blackened. This medic has definitely proven his worth already. Kind of a stacked medic. Unfortunately, he doesn't get veterancy. That will be the tip, the cherry on top. We're having a light tank. No ranger out. Okay. I honestly would prefer having a ranger, at least on a map this large. Look at this. The cow level is a huge map. Also, this is one of those maps where you get to mine the gems, and it is really, really wise to not build a double ref here, but instead just move up and take those minerals. If you don't know the map, you may not actually be realizing that there are some hidden gems here, quite literally, because they're buried underneath a stack of regular ore, plain old ore. Okay, engineer from Cav is sent out and gets to take the other corner Derek. And that is the advantage of having a ranger. Oh, he's gonna fall foul of the infantry, gonna take a bruising, but survives and gets to snack on the medic too. Good. Nice micro here. Cav finding a little trade victory. And the economy is right now favoring Blackened, who is actually significantly ahead. But there is the service depot out for both players, and I'm expecting nothing short of a second base, because on this map, realistically, this is so large, you don't want to move around your original Conyard. Oh! Okay, he's found the second Derrick, and he's capturing it. I like this idea, and especially with the army being this compact, there is just no shot at the ranger swooping in and sniping the engineer. That's very well played from Blackened. He knows what he can get away with. That was a nice attempt. Also, the ranger died. So really good early game for Blackened. Let's check the economy and tech. Yeah, Blackened is ahead, plus the combat tab. Yeah, that's also going quite in his favor for now. Stone walls being crushed. I think that is a custom sound. I can't remember it from the originals, but correct me if I'm wrong. So we're staying on light tanks, huh? We're doing this kind of nonsense. Some light tank shenanigans. Again, Cav is not putting on the pressure. He's just playing defensively, and that's not something I'm used to from Cav. He's usually very good at positioning his army front and center on the map, putting him out there, rather than staying behind. 2 light tanks. I mean, this is actually enough to make for a really, really nasty flank. If he finds a good angle, he can actually snipe the war factory. So one important thing you would usually like to do here is scout the base layout, because you want to target key structures such as the war factory. Unfortunately, he did skip the ranger, so he does not know that this is coming. Oh, okay, flank revealed. And a big old nope. Cav is gonna reposition his army, but it doesn't know where the pressure is coming from. And here's the secondary army. Once again, Blackened being in position first. And this is really surprising. He played this incredibly well thus far. He's playing the position game and... Ooh, rockets first. Yikes. And the way he's playing it is honestly a bit reminiscent of good old Gatekeeper. Really good crushes. Oh, the light tank's finding some value there. He's trading off the entire tank lines. He has also raided the base. Can maybe stay and trade. Oh, that's good micro from Kapta. Retains both harvesters. So at the end of the day, armies are both relatively depleted. I think this may be favoring Cav, because no economic damage was actually done. Blackened has basically thrown his entire army into the meat grinder. So as a result, let's check the army graph. Yeah, some massive dips here. But at the end of the day, yeah, Blackened does not want to overcommit. So the economy is still on 6 and 6. Blackened has taken the Derrick back off the back of this. So there is a little advantage for him. The tank advantage right now staunchly in favor of Blackened. Oh, we've got ourselves a base war though. And this time around, he's brought the infantry. He's brought the infantry to support it. Oh, that's smart from Blackened. He's drawing the army down south. Good crushes from the tanks, connecting really well. But trickling in single file formation, there's a lot of rifle infantry left here to make minced meat out of these rockets. So once more, Blackened taking the engagement. Ooh, that's nasty though. Lots of rockets here. Rifles not really doing much of anything. Oh, finding their way into the supply routes though. Really well played. Blackened is playing out of his mind here. But is it enough? Because I feel like this base war is eventually gonna go Kav's way, courtesy of the defensive lines he has established. Oof, 7k float, assets even, harvesters even, 1 derrick up is Blackened, and the army graph fairly even. Oh wait, that was quite the leap here. Great leap forward. Yeah, I mean, the only problem is Cav has established such a nice chokehold here. How do you actually go about breaking this? This is going to be real tough, because the supply routes are really weird. On the one hand, you've got the tanks coming in from the south. On the other hand, you've got the infantry trickling in from the north. And that is just, yeah, they're never going to meet up properly. However, he's starting to push forward just a little. Maybe he could target the Conyard, let's see. Yes, gotta try to not waste too many shots on the pillboxes. Man, this is just a fierce base war. This is the entire action, the entire game basically taking place on one screen. Ooh, who can place their pillboxes better? Who can establish a better kill zone here? Right now it's looking good for Blackened. Cav is actually being pushed back somewhat. I'm not sure about the pillbox is soon gonna die. Conyard is sustaining a lot of damage. I think it's dead. Okay, that is a huge victory for Blackened. It is starting to look really good for him. All he needs to do now is pull back, wait it out, weather the storm. Because there is no more supply routes here. Yeah, he's playing it so smart. Always waiting for the next pillbox. Man, Blackened. My man stepping up in the playoffs. After not having the best of runs here. Oh, also finding 2 tanks into the ore lines. After not having the most stellar of runs in the throughout the regular season, he has definitely been stepping up big time. And those ruins, very apt for the game state that Cav finds himself in right now. Look at the destroyed tab, that's an 8k discrepancy, and the army value is also favoring Blackened as a result. So we've got a lot more assets out for Blackened, who it's looking very, very good for. The southern expansion is now being taken for Cav. This time around, the Blackened was much faster on expanding off the back of this, and that is an art in and of itself. Off the back of aggression, also keeping up with your own macro and simultaneously pushing your own Conyard forward. The tanks have been revealed. This tank flank is not going anywhere. Not going anywhere soon. Coming soon to an ore field near you. Man, there is a lot of pillboxes here. Does he want to commit into this? That's an assault move? Okay, now it's attack move. Yeah, I think this may actually be, with this disadvantageous position and the tanks connecting from the backlines, it's starting to look like Blackened is cleaning up shop here. Oh my goodness! And in comes the MCV as well. Just to add insult to injury. The base war. Man, that was so well played from Blackened. He can even sack his Conyard now and just move on to the main base, if he so desires. Maybe he just wants to close out the expansion war. That would also be fine. No micro right now. He may be losing his Conyard. Uh-oh. Is he again overcommitting? Okay, this Conyard is toast. Nice micro though. And the Conyard may actually get away despite my Caster's Curse, I guess. Yep. Caster's Curse indeed, and the assault move is coming out onto the base. If he gets the service depot, that one would be huge. Killing the service depot would mean no more tank production. From the north-end side, there is also a second flank going straight for the war factory. There is not going to be any vehicle production for a very, very long time after this. And it is looking like Blackened is about to close the sack here. GG. Blackened taking out Cav in a surprising turn of events after being behind 1-0. Well played from both, especially Blackened showing some perseverance and not showing any nerves. So, that was an amazing series. We are going to be back with the second leg of the semi-finals. I'm going to be really stoked to cast that. For now, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. And congratulations to both players. Well played, and especially Blackened. A little more so. 5 aces. Out.
Battle control terminated.